gladiator line. Fox, Spider and Hunter, Thunder and Siren, Tusk and Ace, Ice and Gold, Giant and Saracen, Fire and Vogue, Wildebeest and Cobra, Sahara and Rio, Granite and Rhino, Shadow and Warrior, Nightshade and Blade, and Lightning. Hello again, South Africa. Welcome to the Gladiators Arena. Welcome to another all-out action bonanza. It's 60 minutes of fun on the international challenge of MTN Gladiators.
And you can tell that this international challenge is headed towards its final. How do we know? Well, because of the stress, the pressure, and the absolute tension in the air that you really could cut with a knife. Now, tonight, our contenders will be playing for at least, folks, at least an international win under their belts. So let's meet them.
Yep, and let's meet our first contender. She's from the UK. She is Andrea Wharry. Andrea, welcome back for your second all-important league fixture.
Thank you very much. Yep. Not so nervous this time, so hoping to enjoy it a lot more.
I'm sure you're not so nervous because you've had a chance to explore what was the unexpected, and that's the South African Lady Gladiators, but you're a terrific contender and you appreciate they're tough.
They're very tough and some of them are very big, especially Sahara, but we know what we're about now, so hopefully bring it on, South Africa.
Well, there you are. That's confidence for you. Now remind everybody who's watching you at home, Andrea, where are you from in the UK and what do you do?
I'm from the most southern tip of England, a place called Cornwall, and I teach kite surfing for a living.
Okay, that sounds pretty active. Now, this is your second phase league fixture. You understand the way this championship has been working, Andrea. You desperately need a second victory to have a big chance of going into the final.
Yeah, I desperately want to win. I've seen Nikki in action. She looks strong, she looks good, so just go out there and do what I can.
Okay, and I know you have special supporters in the house.
All our contenders, the old Barmy Army, all there, but we're getting louder and more toys because we're all starting to lose our voices as the shows go on.
Well, I hope you don't lose your nerve and your skill. Let's hear it for Andrea!
Well, we started out calling this South African contender Nocturnal, Nikki. She's since gained lots of speed, and now you're known as Nitrous. Nikki, welcome back.
Thank you, Ursula. Yes, well, what can I say? The audience will just have to watch me go because tonight is my night.
She's pulling out all the stops, she says, Nikki. We've seen you in the past. You're a strong contender, but tonight you really are fighting for something special. That's an international win under your belt.
Yes, Ursula, well, being my last show, I would really love to go out with a bang, and that will be a win.
And I'm sure the audience here tonight agrees with that. Who's supporting you, Nikki?
My family, and then obviously all the South Africans out here. I want to hear you tonight every time we come on.
And all of you sitting in your lounges, let's hear it for Nikki!
You've met the ladies. Let's meet the first of our guys. He is from South Africa. He is Remington Mnkhawile. Remington, I know you love this.
I love this game, Glenn. I'm back again, and this time it's imperative for me to win this show convincingly, so that will enhance my chances of going to the final.
That's right, it is all important. You are a great competitor. You are a past champion on MTN Gladiators. Do you have any little fears or worries about tonight?
Well, there's always a little bit of fear, but I'm sure I'll be over it as soon as the first event goes through.
Okay, just in case anybody on the planet doesn't know where you're from and what you're about, remind us.
Glenn, I'm from Johannesburg, and I work as a consultant for an oil company.
Okay, and I know, as per usual, there'll be big support for Remy in the house.
It's a full house tonight, Glenn. They're all back. My girlfriend, friends, relatives, colleagues from work, they're all here.
We wish you the best of luck. Let's hear it for Remington!
And welcome back to the International Challenge. Mark, remind us, which part of England are you from again?
I'm from the east coast of England, a little place called Boston. And my occupation, I work for the local authority as a social worker.
Oh, you're such a socialite. But are you going to be heavy on the Gladiators tonight?
I'm going to give it my best shot. So far, I've had 2 really good shows, and as I say, I'll do my best for the UK.
Well, we'll be watching you all the way through to the end. Talking about the UK, where's your support tonight?
I've got loads of supporters from the UK there, so thanks ever so much, and I'm sure there's a few more in the crowd as well, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We're holding thumbs for the UK. Let's hear for Marky.
It's going to be another awesome night here at the Gladiators Arena. You don't want to miss a single second of the International Challenge. Join us after this short break on MTN Gladiators.
Are you an MTN Gladiator? Are you an MTN Gladiator?
Welcome back to MTN Gladiators. The International Challenge will now get into full swing with event number 1.
Ready to play Atlas Gears. It's Nikki. She'll be rolling against Vogue. Over to Zolmichley.
Contender, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Vogue kicks down and flies into the hunt for the first of 4 terrific contenders tonight, but South Africa's Nikki Seger is highly experienced and holds back for nothing. But Nikki's got herself in a bit of a mess. I think she took that first run too quickly. But she's forced the Gladiator into the mistake. And Nikki can turn up the heat again. And again, Vogue can't contain her, and the South African needs one more silver to earn the shot at the red. Well, the contender faces quite a trek, and time is really against her now. A ferocious block from the UK Gladiator, and she's done well to restrict the contender to just 6 points. Nikki was out of the starting blocks quickly. Vogue gave away 4 of the points, but then closed her down.
Ready for Atlas Gears. It's Andrea. She'll be rolling against Lightning. Over to Zolmichley.
3, 2, 1.
Who'll win the race to the center? Andrea just beats Lightning to it, and that's an important breakthrough. Well, the British contender opts to go upfield for her 3rd knockdown, so she's in for a lot of running. Lightning has held back for the inevitable smash up in front of the 4th silver. Andrea keeps at it. She powers around the outside, and this is going to be close. She's got it, and the British and the international champion contender is on her way for the biggie. Lightning is back in defense. Oh, and how about that for a shove? But Lightning does her job, and Andrea tried valiantly, but will still be happy with 8 points after getting away from the defender early on, and then at least having an attempt at the red.
A fantastic game for Andrea, but it wasn't without punishment from Lightning either.
No, she made me have to come back, so I lost a lot of time. Then I had to go backwards and forwards. So I think I ran twice as far as I wanted to.
But it was worth it because you got 4 pins down. That means 8 points.
Oh, yes. I was so close. I was thinking I was running up for this one and the time was going. Literally 2 seconds before I touched it, it went. But never mind.
Oh, bad luck, Andrea. Very good. Well done to you, Lightning.
Thank you, Ashley. She was excellent. Gave me a couple of pushes here and there. But I wasn't going to give away this red skittle.
Because red is Lightning's colour tonight. Let's hear for Andrea. 8 points. And Lightning!
After the opening events in this Ladies International, Andrea from the UK leads South Africa's Nikki by 2 points.
Ready to play Atlas Gears. It's Remington. He'll be rolling against Cobra.
Contender, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Remington, a past South African contender champion, is up against the British Snake, and he's had a flyer. 2 knockdowns in just 12 seconds. Can Remington keep it up? Well, Cobra has had quite a few goes at this game in this series, and he's showing just how much he's come to grips with this game. But the contender finds an opening. There's number 3. Cobra is right on his tail, and Remington will need to work hard to get to the last 2 targets. The British Gladiator is hemming him in. Remy cuts on the inside. Oh, but Cobra smacks him hard from the right, and the level of competition continues to get fiercer. But the South African isn't done yet, and I think he's got in just in time. Well, it's so important to get a good start, and Remington was powerful over the opening and the closing few seconds.
Ready to roll at Atlas Gears, it's Mark! He'll be going up against Warrior! Over to Cyril Mitchley.
3, 2, 1.
Warrior tries to shut down the British and international champion contender, but Mark gets there first. Warrior leans in, but he can't stop the tide against the big contender. It's been an excellent start by Mark, and you can see he's done this before, and his big, powerful strides are taking him places. The race is on for the 4th silver. Mark still has plenty of time, but Warrior will feel he's scored enough. The crowd gets behind the South African Gladiator, and he's doing a great holding job, but how long can he hold Mark at bay? This is desperately close. Mark can smell that 4th target. And he gets in with a fraction of a second to spare. Well, Mark blasted his way to a quick-fire 6 points, and then had to sweat it out for his last 2 points late on. These impressive contenders keep each other in check. It's 8-all between South Africa and the UK after the first event.
Ready for her duel, it's Nikki!
Well, Nikki Seger shot to prominence as the Navy diver who did so well in the Defence Force and regular domestic series to earn her place in this national squad.
And she's going up against Rio!
The awesome Rio, who shot to prominence from the start of the British series 7 years ago, and she tends to shoot contenders into oblivion.
Over to Cyril Mitchley.
Contender, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh, Nikki survives the first onslaught, but the big hits keep coming, and the contender backs out. Nikki lived through this first huge left, but failed to hit back as Rio piled on the pressure.
Ready for her duel, it's Andrea!
A superb champion contender in the UK, and for her country and international shows, Andrea Wharry, the kite surfer from Cornwall, is very good.
And she has to go up against Sahara!
But the British contender faces one of the natural wonders of South Africa. Big Sahara is naturally gifted in so many departments.
Over to Cyril Mitchley.
3, 2, 1.
Sahara gets in the first important hit, but Andrea loves this and smacks back. And Sahara steps onto the contender's podium, and that's game over. The crowd is stunned. Sahara's disappointed. She opened her shoulders and waded in. But then Andrea must have shifted sideways, and the Gladiators' forward momentum took her illegally onto the other podium. 10 points for Andrea there gives her an important 12-point lead on Nikki as the ladies complete 2 of their 4 events.
Ready for his duel, it's Remington!
As always, a confident pre-game pose from Remington Mnkhawile, the decathlete, consultant, and former national contender champion.
And he's going to have to battle it out against Ace.
Ace, very much one of the power cards in the British pack, and well accustomed to having to perform under international pressure.
Over to Cyril Mitchley.
Contender, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Ace gets stuck in. The podium is wobbly. Remington goes down. Oh, and he doesn't get back up. Remington tried to compete, but he actually got caught up in Ace's pugil stick before the Gladiator spanked him off.
Ready to play his duel, it's Mark!
Big Mark Everitt, the social worker from the eastern part of England, is one of the finest contenders his country has ever produced, and he faces a mighty challenge now.
And he has to go head-to-head against Granite.
Granite is one of South Africa's finest, but knows he'll need to be at his best to defend his prized dual territory.
Over to Cyril Mitchley.
Contender, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh, Granite gets in the first big hit, Mark's up against it, and the Gladiator does not let up. Granite unleashed a gigantic first hit, and Mark was always battling from that moment on.
Mark from the UK, no points against the man of stone, but when you're up there, you look confident, you're big, you're almost as tall as he is, but it's just so hard to get through to him.
Well, I had 2 game plans. The first game plan was to stay on and try and get 5 points. The second game plan was to hit him. I just wanted to hit him. Because he's so good on this, right? He never gets knocked down. So as long as I can say that I've hit the Granite, I feel a winner anyway.
All right, Mark hit the Granite but didn't move him. It's interesting, these guys feel like they've won even if they've just made contact with you. So you gotta wish him well for that.
Yeah, guys, I've got to tell you something. Since these guys arrived, it doesn't often happen, but Granite's made friends with Mark. So what I thought I'd do was give him a little bit of South African hospitality, and one of our favourite dishes, we all know offal, right? So I just thought I'd give him a little bit of offal and leave his mark on the mat. Mark, well done there, my man.
Let's hear it for Mark and for Granite!
The unstoppable beatmaster. Bring the noise.
No points captured for the men, so it's still Remington 8, Mark 8, with 2 events in the bag.
Are you an MTN gladiator? Are you an MTN gladiator?
How well do you know the show? You could win 1,000 rand in cash, a special weekly Gladiator hamper, an MTN pay-as-you-go cell phone kit, or even the 25,000 rand grand prize. So keep watching.
Facing off for Whiplash, it's Nikki! She's going up against Gold. Over to Cyril Mitchley.
Contender, Gladiator, take up the wishbone. 3, 2, 1.
Gold drops into defense, and Nikki knows what she has to do. If she wins the wishbone in under 20 seconds, she'll score 10 points, but the Gladiator is putting in a superb effort. Nikki can't get to the edge. Gold is dominating the center ground and is in an excellent body position. does have the measure of her, and it's been a defiant display. Well, not what Nikki supporters wanted to see, because she already is trailing on points.
30 seconds seem an absolute long time, Nikki, when you're up there running round in circles.
Yes, Ursula, definitely does. The Gladiator was very strong. I tried going one side, tried to change direction. Nothing helped tonight, and luck wasn't on my side.
Luck wasn't on his side, and neither were any points. That's nothing for Nikki on Whiplash. Girl, that was phenomenal. You kept pushing yourself backwards and forwards, following her every single move.
I thought to myself, just keep watching her, and that's the best way of doing this game. It's just to follow and watch and hold in, and that's what I did. But it was the longest 30 seconds of my life. Well done.
Well done indeed to Nikki. Let's hear it then for our contender, Nikki, no points. And for gold! Facing off on Whiplash, it's Andrea. She's going up against Force. Over to Cyril Mitchley.
Contender, Gladiator, take up the wishbone. 3, 2, 1.
Can Force stop Andrea and do Nikki a favour? Oh, Andrea blasts away over the edge and takes the Gladiator down too. Explosive footwork by Andrea. She got the Gladiator down, but at least Force kept hold of the wishbone with this clever flip. And that keeps the contenders' winning score to 10 rather than 15 points.
All it took from Dynamite Andrea was 1 or 2 runs around, and then you pulled the Gladiator and the wishbone down.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy with that. I thought I'd catch her off balance by running straight out of first go, and luckily enough, I think it worked.
I think it had a bit more to do with luck, Andrea. You really were blitz finish. That's very fast.
Oh, thank you. I haven't had this game, but I enjoyed it in practice, and I was looking forward to it.
You certainly do look like you were looking forward to it, and she did a very good job, Force.
Brilliant. She was so fast. She was agile. I really enjoyed that. It was good. It's just not so good not to win every time.
I know she doesn't like losing, does our Force? Top marks for you, Andrea. Let's hear it for Force.
Andrea from the UK extends her command over Nikki. She's 22 points ahead with one more event to go.
Facing off for Whiplash, it's Remington. He's going up against Saracen. Over to Cyril Mitchley.
Contender, Gladiator, take up the wishbone. 3, 2, 1.
It's a tall order for Remington, who must try to shift Big Saracen, and the British Gladiator has clearly mastered this game. Oh, Remington gets to the edge. He's got gravity on his side too, but Saracen doesn't budge, and that is brilliant.
Single trick I could think of, chopping and changing, switching over, and in the end the whistle blew.
Ursula, when this event was first introduced, it was a nightmare for the Gladiators. But it seems tables have changed, have turned around, and our Gladiators have taught the British how to do this game. They are good at it.
They are certainly very good at it. No points for you, Remy. Very good game for you, Saracen.
It was a very good game. I've got 8 years experience of Whiplash, so I had the advantage. Once you get your technique right, you know, you just plant yourself, get a firm grip on the wishbone, and it's history, you know.
Giving away the secrets. Let's hear it for Remy, no points, and for Saracen. Facing off on Whiplash, it's Mark. He's going up against Tusk. Over to Cyril Mitchley.
3, 2, 1.
Mark darts for the edge. Tusk tries to get a foot grip, but he's being dragged around by the contender at the moment, and this is an excellent tussle. Mark charges and took a while, but Big Mark finally got the little bit of extra he needed to defy Tusk.
From the beginning, as the whistle blew, Mark knew he was going one place, and that was to the overhang of that podium. You eventually got there and got the wishbone. Well done, Mark.
Well, part of my game plan was to get to the overhang and keep spinning. But this guy, he surprised me how strong he was, because he kept holding me, so I had to keep switching sides. And in the end, I think I must have caught him slightly off guard, and I just managed to pull him off. Excellent.
Excellent indeed. You get 15 points.
Excellent, thank you.
Now, Tusk, if you could have seen your face as Mark was pulling you over the edge, you had your feet really, really digging in there, and it was like you were saying, there's no way I can let this guy get down.
Yeah, Ursula, this is the game that you've got to make use of all the experience as a gladiator through the years. You've got to make use of all the power, all the strength that you've built up. He did well. He got to the edge eventually, and I guess that's where the turning point was. He did well.
Well done indeed. 15 points for Mark. Let's hear it for Tusk.
Important 15-pointer for Mark there, so that puts him clear of Remington with one more game to go.
Are you an MTN gladiator? Are you an MTN gladiator?
Rat race.
Ready to run her rat race, it's Nikki! And the rat is going to be chased by Fox and Siren! Over to Cyril Mitchley.
J-Force, spin the globe. 3, 2, 1.
Fox on the left and Siren, and somewhere in the middle, the rat must hide away for at least 45 seconds. Well, Nikki doesn't know it yet, but Siren's close. She knows now. The lowest part of the net offers some sanctuary, but for how long? Oh, Nikki touches the crash mat just as it looked like she'd gotten away. She nipped inside of Siren brilliantly, but was dangerously close to the floor, and Nikki doesn't score.
Ready to run her rat race, it's Andrea! And she's going to be chased down by fire and ice. Over to Cyril Mitchley.
J-Force, spin the globe. 3, 2, 1.
Well, Andrea is playing wait and see. She's experienced on the British version of this game, but let's see what the South African Gladiators can do. Ice and fire have made progress, and Andrea takes evasive action. And she pulls off a stunning descent and left-moving sweep to leave the Gladiators behind, and this lady is good. Ice continues to chase hard. Fire's gone the other way round, but Andrea powers away and is looking stronger. Fantastic race. Andrea will make the 45-second mark, but Ice keeps on coming. Seconds to go. Ice looks determined. Oh, and that is a phenomenal chase and capture by Ice with 2 seconds to go. Andrea was good, but Ice followed her every move and hunted the rat with extraordinary tenacity.
Andrea and Ice doing remarkably well on rat race. They are huffing and puffing here. Andrea, great stuff. Talk us through the game, because you switched a couple of directions and you went up and down.
Yeah, I decided to wait and see which way they were coming because I thought there's no point going to them. And saw them coming, thought I've got to go down, and then I managed to just sneak underneath. But I like going with ice. You always have a good chase. So.
Well, I know what was amazing was you had a serious moving mountain to climb. You called your shot, and you said, okay, let me test my upper body.
Yeah, I decided once I was underneath, seen people get stuck and the movement gets slow, I thought, right, I'm just going to run and see how far I can get. But she caught me.
You got yourself 5 points, though. Let's hear it for Andrea. Ice, you love those sort of fights. Fire did her job, she covered the territory, but it became apparent in the second half of that game that you had a mountain to climb and to chase after Andrea.
And I must say, Glenn, it's a moving mountain as well. That is the most epic battle I've ever had with anybody. Andrea is an incredible competitor, and I must say, at the last moment, I reached out my hand, and the feeling of this, even though I can't feel it with the gloves, it felt good.
All right, that's it for Andrea, and for Ice.
Well, Ice is delighted with her work. It's another 5 points for Andrea, and she'll be the favourite to win the Eliminator next.
Ready to run his rat race, it's Remington! And he's going to be tracked down by Hunter and Cobra! Over to Cyril Mitchley.
G-Force, spin the globe. Three, two, one.
Hunter and Cobra set forth, and Remington decides on his tactics straight away. The South African tucks away and hides, but Cobra saw his ideas from the start, and Remington is on the run and in trouble. Oh, but look at that! Remington gives Hunter the slip. Oh, and he produces the escape act of the century, although there are still 25 seconds to go. Hunter comes again. Remington is smothered. He's lasted 45 seconds, but Hunter gets the tail. What a good battle. Remington performed miracles to get away first time, but Hunter did not give up.
Ready to run his rat race, it's Mark! And the rat is going to be chased by Wildebeest and Spider! Over to Cyril Mitchley.
G-Force, spin the globe. Three, two, one.
Mark knows he's up against the most formidable hunting duo in the business, and he'll need something special. Well, Mark seems to be in two minds, or is he trying to dummy his way to precious time and space? The cause looks lost as the beast and the spider hone in. Wildebeest lets go, but he's in control. Oh, and that is so cool. Wildebeest shows just why he is as brilliant an all-rounder as he is, and shows absolutely no stress whatsoever. Mark from the UK leads South Africa's Remington by 10 points, with the Eliminator to come.
We're going to take a break now on MTN Gladiators. When we return, the Eliminator is set up and ready to go.
Are you an MTN Gladiator? Are you an MTN Gladiator?
Welcome back to the action spot. The Eliminator is set up, so let's get on with the show.
Eliminate.
Andrea has built up a huge 27-point lead on Nikki, so the British contender will get away 13.5 seconds early.
Over to Cyril Mitchley.
Andrea, you will go on the first blow of the whistle. Nikki, you will go on the second blow of the whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Well, no need for Andrea to panic or force the issue. And she's up the rope with ease. Nikki gets her starting orders, but this is a near impossible task, surely. Will the spider's web do Nikki a favour? Andrea is heading for her climb to the dizzy heights of the arena, while Nikki just tries to do her thing without any errors. And the web has indeed slowed Andrea. The leader is on the net, and Nikki needs a fast trip through the mess of bungees. Oh, but the chaser needs to be quicker than this. The leader has it all in hand, and the chaser needs a helping hand from somewhere. No late wobbles from Andrea, and Nikki just has to keep going and hope the Travelator intervenes. Nikki tumbles back to earth, but Andrea Wharry is going for glory, and she completes a superb performance on the night. Nikki Seger has not been disgraced. She started 13.5 seconds behind, and I'm sure she's managed to eat into some of that. But tonight, Andrea looked invincible. And with 2 impressive wins out of 2 appearances, she's likely to represent Britain in the final.
Nikki, you look absolutely exhausted, but she came through that eliminator with almost ease.
Well, Ursula, it wasn't that easy. I tried to catch up, hopefully I did. But I'm glad I got up the Travelator the first time.
Well, from where we're sitting, it always does look easy because these ladies just look so comfortable through it. And like you say, that Travelator could have gotten you.
Well, Ursula, I think between the Spiderwave and the Travelator is always the one that you're worried about. I've fallen before, so I know what it's all about. So that's why I lifted my arms when I made it.
She did make it indeed. Let's hear it for our runner-up tonight. Well done, Nikki!
Andrea gets a victory for the UK. Andrea, we said at the beginning, 13.5 seconds. You cannot lose. You didn't.
Thank goodness. It would have been it would have been a really good show from Nikki, but I think I'd have been skulking off under my hat if I'd have lost from that.
Talk us through it, because there didn't appear to be too many problems, except perhaps for this unique South African Eliminator invention, the spider's web.
That bloody thing, I got whipped right on the back by it. It twanged and smacked me in the back. It really hurt.
Okay, but it didn't do you any damage. You were prompted up the cargo net and then no problems from there, Andrea.
Yeah, I could sense her behind me catching up really fast, and I was stuck and pushing, and it was caught on my helmet, my neck, my back, and nothing was happening. But managed to keep it, so I'm very happy, yeah.
Well done, Andrea. You are our winner tonight, Andrea! Well, time for the men's showdown, and Remington has won from these positions before, but it's Mark who'll have the 5-second head start. Over to Cyril Mitchley.
Mark, you will go on the first blow of the whistle. Remington, you will go on the second blow of the whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Big Mark just skips over the opening bar and rolls into the challenge. And here comes Remington. The South African has made a good start, but where will he find the energy to close the 5-second gap? And perhaps we're in for some spider's web drama. No, Mark is clean out, and Remington still has it all to do. The visitor has cruised up the net, and the chaser is slipping behind. It's a dangerous part of the course. Remington must stay focused. The South African turns for home. He needs the Travelator to put the brakes on Mark, but Mark Everitt from the UK has demolished the Travelator, and that is a crushing double victory for the British team tonight. Remington puffs out the cheeks and powers up the conveyor belt, and perhaps the fatigue from the preceding domestic series is taking its toll. But certainly Mark looked fresh and capable, and I'm sure he's done enough with his 2 wins to qualify for the final in 2 weeks' time.
Remington, the audience are still delighted with your efforts. They know you're a champion. You needed to pull out something special there, but Mark was just too quick.
It was quick. I saw him in the first round. It was too quick, but I gave it all I had. I think I clocked one of my best times chasing him. But anyway, it's that night for South Africa. Both the ladies and the men have lost to tonight.
Okay, I know you're disappointed, Remington. I know you are, but it's important the way this league works. You've had a fast time. We'll have to wait for the remainder of the second phase matches to see how it works. You've got to be hopeful, though, that you may still be in with a chance of getting to that final.
Great stuff. I know I did a fast time. I'm just hoping I'll be there in the final. Thank you.
Let's hear it for South Africa's Remington!
How fantastic does it feel to have won this one?
Well, it's about my 3rd time over the Eliminator in South Africa, and each time you get more and more used to it. I struggled a little bit on the balance beams first off, but I think I've probably mastered them now. And then it's a dreaded Travelator. Now, it didn't give me any problems tonight, but like every contender knows, it only takes one false move and, you know, another one bites the dust.
Absolutely does. Now, you tiptoed over the balance beams and then tiptoed up the Travelator as well. Very good secret. Well done.
Yeah. Well, I knew that I had the 5 seconds head start, and I just needed to go around the Eliminator and not make any mistakes. And tonight I didn't, and I was victorious.
Victorious and a victor's bunch of flowers. Congratulations. Well done, Mark.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you to all supporters.
And here's tonight's competition question. Which South African gladiator caught Andrea on tonight's rat race? Call 083 910 9000 and you could win the cash, a special Gladiators hamper, an MTN pay-as-you-go kit, and go into the draw for the 25,000 Rand grand prize. So give us a call before next Thursday.
Well, there you have it on the International Challenge. The UK contenders are starting to find their feet, Ursula. A double victory for the UK tonight.
It's a very good thing since the finals are knocking at our door just around the corner. Stay tuned next week as we see 4 more contenders going for gold. Join us again on MTN Gladiators. Good night.
Bye-bye. Deep down in your soul.